Hello friends, good morning. Welcome back to a new video of Sunanda's tutorial. In this video I will discuss about the chapter 7 of your NCERT biology book, which is the evolution. At first we will discuss how the life is originated in the earth. So for explaining the origin of life, many scientists proposed many theories regarding this. So at first, Lemaitre proposed the Big Bang theory. According to him, the universe expanded from an explosion of primordial hot substances. Then Oparin and Haldane proposed the chemical evolution that preceded the organic evolution, and according to them, simple organic molecule originated from inorganic precursors. Then Stanley Miller and Urey experimentally proved that the synthesis of biomolecules by creation of similar condition as primitive atmosphere on a lab scale. And he concluded that amino acids were synthesized from ammonia, oxygen, carbon dioxide inside a specialized apparatus. Then according to this Urey-Miller experiment, primitive atmosphere had high temperature, volcanic storms and reducing temperature containing CH4, NH3, that is ammonia and hydrogen, methane, ammonia and hydrogen. Urey-Miller took the same compound in a closed flask along with water vapor at 800 degrees Celsius. Remember this temperature, 800 degrees Celsius, and created an electric discharge. Formation of biomolecules such as amino acids, simple sugar, fat, etc. were observed in the flask. Then the theories of evolution. The theory of special creation or divine intervention was challenged by Charles Darwin. He made observation on his sea trip around the world aboard HMS Beagle and concluded that the existing living forms share similarities among themselves and also with the life forms which existed million years ago, of which many are extinct. The evolution of life forms have been gradual, and those life forms better fit in environments that leave more progeny. This is called natural selection, and it is a mechanism of evolution. So the life forms which are better fit or better have better physical fitness will continue and produce more progeny in the nature. So it is called the natural selection, and it is a mechanism of evolution. Alfred Wallace, working in the Malay archipelago, also came to the same conclusion. Then these are some evidences of evolution, like fossils. They represent plant and animal that lived millions of years ago and now extinct. Different aged rocks sediments contain fossil of different life forms which probably died during the formation of particular sediment. Then comparatively anatomy and morphology. It shows that the evidences that the similarity and differences between living forms of today and that of prehistoric times. Some of the examples are of comparative anatomy and morphology are homologous organ. See, what is homologous organ? All mammals share same pattern of 4 limbs. Though they perform different functions, they are anatomically similar. Anatomy means the internal structure. Internal structure is called anatomy, and the external visible structure or morphological feature are called the morphology, or the features that we can that is visible in our eye, that are called morphology, but the internal structure are called anatomy. So all the mammals share same pattern of 4 limb. They perform different functions but they are anatomically similar. This is called divergent evolution, and the structure called homologous structure, where they share a common ancestor. From a common ancestor, they are developed from a common ancestor. So all these have originated from a common ancestor. So they have similar anatomical feature, but they perform different functions, and that is called as the divergent evolution. And the structures are called homologous structures. What is analogous structure then? The pair of organs is not anatomically similar but perform the same function. For example, wings of butterflies and birds, they perform same function but they are not anatomically similar, and that type of evolution is called convergent evolution. Then what is adaptive melanism? In England, it was noted that before industrial revolution, the number of white winged moth was more than that of dark melanized moth. However, after industrialization, more dark melanized moth appeared. The explanation was that after industrialization, the tree trunks become darker with deposit of soot and smoke type of pollution, and hence the number of dark moths increased in order to protect themselves from the predator with white winged ones, while the white winged ones were easily picked up by the predators. Similarly, herbicides and pesticide resistant plant and animal and antibiotic resistant bacteria are some evidences that point towards the evolution. Then what is adaptive radiation? During the exploration of Galapagos Island, Darwin noted that there were many varieties of finches in the same island. That means finches are a variety of birds, and when he noticed different varieties of these finches having different types of characteristic features. They varied from normal seed eating variety to those ate insect. This process of evolution starting from a single point and radiating different direction called adaptive radiation. Other example of this evolution of Australian marsupials from a single ancestor. Placental mammal also exhibit similarity to their corresponding marsupial. For example, placental wolf and the Tasmanian wolf. When more than one adaptive radiation occur in an isolated geographical area, the phenomenon is called convergent evolution. Next, biological evolution and mechanism of evolution. According to Darwin, evolution took place by natural selection. Nature select, and those who are more fit than the other will survive and reproduce successfully. The number of life forms depend upon their ability to multiply and their lifespan. Another aspect of natural selection is survival of the fittest, where nature select the individual which are more fit to adapt their environment. Then branching descent and natural selection are two important concepts of Darwin's theory of evolution. The French naturalist Lamarck observed that the evolution occurred due to use and disuse of particular organ or body parts. For example, giraffe have developed long neck as a result of attempts to eat leaves which are present in a height. And Darwin also observed that variations are inheritable, and the species fit to survive the most leave more offspring. Hence, population's characteristic change, giving rise to the evolution of new life forms. What is mechanism of evolution then? Darwin did not quite explain how evolution gave rise to different species of the same organism. Mendel mentioned about inheritable factor which influence the phenotype of organism. Hugo de Vries, while working on the evening primrose, suggested that variation occurred due to mutation. Mutation are random, directionless, while variation that Darwin talked about were small and directional. Hugo de Vries gave the name saltation, that means single step large mutation. What is mutation? It is sudden and heritable change in the chromosome or DNA, and to mutation which brought about speciation. Saltation is that mutation which brought about the speciation. Speciation means creation of a new species. Then what is Hardy-Weinberg principle? According to Hardy-Weinberg principle, the frequency of occurrence of allele of a gene in a population remains constant through generations unless disturbances such as mutation, random mating, etc. are introduced. Genetic equilibrium, that means gene pool remains constant, is a state which provides a baseline to measure genetic change. Sum total of all allelic frequency is 1. Individual frequencies are represented as P and Q as in diploid, where P and Q represent frequency of allele A and recessive allele Q. P represent the frequency of allele P and small a represent the allelic frequency of Q. Q represent the frequency of allele small a. Frequency of capital A, that means homologous dominant character, is P square, and frequency of small a, that means homologous recessive character, is Q square, and capital A small a, that means in heterozygous condition the frequency is 2pq. Hence P square plus 2pq plus q square equal to 1, which is the expansion of P plus q square. When the frequency measured is different from that of expected, it can be indicated that there is a evolutionary change. Then according to Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium or Hardy-Weinberg principle, the equilibrium or Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium is affected by gene flow or gene migration, genetic drift, that means a sudden change in the environment, mutation, sudden inheritable change in the gene, genetic recombination, then natural selection. Sometimes the change in allele frequency is so prominent in the new sample of population that they become a different species and the original drifted population becomes the founder. It is called the founder effect. The advantageous mutation that helps in natural selection over the generations give rise to new phenotype and results in speciation. Then evolution of plant and animals. Evolution of plant. Cellular life forms occurred on earth about 2000 million years ago. Sometimes this cell had ability to produce oxygen through reaction similar to photosynthesis. Slowly single-celled organisms becomes multicellular. Seaweed and some plants probably existed around 320 million years ago. So it is this graph or this diagram shows the evolutionary trend, how the plants or seed bearing plants evolved from seedless plant with chlorophyte ancestor, then from chlorophyte tracheophyte, then rhinia type of pteridophyte, then xylophyton, and from them progymnosperm, then seed ferns appeared. So how these plants appeared and evolved during this Paleozoic, Mesozoic and Cenozoic era. Then evolution of animal. Animals evolved about 500 million years ago. The first of them to evolve were invertebrates. Then jawless fishes evolved around 350 million years ago. Some of these fishes could go on land and then come back to water. These were first amphibians. In 1938, a fish, coelacanth, which was thought to be extinct, was caught in South Africa. This variety of fish called low fins, it is believed to have evolved first amphibians. Amphibians evolved into reptiles. In the next 200 million years, reptiles of different sizes dominated the earth. However, about 65 million years ago, some of them, such as dinosaurs, disappeared. The first among the mammals were small shrew-like mammals. During continental drift, when North America joined South America, primitive mammals suffered, but not pouched mammals of Australia survived the same drift because the lack of the competition from other mammals. So here in this diagram, it is mentioned about the how these animals evolved during Carboniferous, Permian, Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous, Tertiary and Quaternary era or quaternary period. Then origin and evolution of man. 15 million years ago, first Diapithecus, ape-like human, and Ramapithecus, man-like human, appeared. They have the characteristic like hairy, they walked similar to chimpanzees. Then 3 to 4 million years ago, man-like primates appeared on the earth. They are not so tall but walked straight. Then 2 million years ago, Australopithecines, also called Homo habilis, lived in the East Africa. They used stone weapons and ate fruit. They are human-like and they have the brain with capacity of 650 to 800 cc, not meat eaters. Then 1.5 million years ago, Homo erectus appeared with the brain capacity of about 900 cc, and they are meat eaters. They were meat eaters. Then 1000 to 40,000 years ago, Neanderthal man appeared, and they have the brain capacity of 1400 cc, used hides. Then about 10,000 to 75,000 years ago, Homo sapiens appeared on the earth. So it is the human evolution. When we compare the skulls of adult human being, baby chimpanzee and adult chimpanzee, we observe that the skull of baby chimpanzee resembles a human being more as compared to adult chimpanzee. So somehow we are connected with each other. So it is all about your evolution. I have tried to discuss only the important points of your chapter 7, which is evolution, and this video is very important for your upcoming board exam, biology exam. So please listen all the points carefully, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned to get more videos, more important videos like this, which will be benefited for you for your upcoming exams. So please like, share with other friends, and subscribe to my channel Sunanda's Tutorial. Thank you.